Hi there. I hope everybody is doing fine and doing well. So, here we are, and I've been live after such a long time. So, first of all, this reading is about the messages, the blessings, or an advice, anything that wants to come up for you. Like if you just opened up this video, this might be for you, right? And let's see what do we have here for you, right? Hi there. Hello. So, yeah, yeah. So, first of all, let's see. We have two cards over here, the Six of Spring and the Five of Winter. So the Six of Springs is basically the Six of Wands, and the Five of Winters is the Five of Swords. Okay, I'll first read it out. Wonderful news is on its way. Smart choices that bring reward, success, and public recognition. Then we have walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for you, for your happiness. Something's that not worth the effort. Okay, I feel like you're going to walk away from something or someone, or maybe you made a decision or you made a plan, and you're going to change the plan a little bit, or you're maybe going to change how you're going to deal with somebody, and that change in your decision is going to actually be very successful for you in the long run. Maybe there was this expectation from somebody, because usually the Five of Winters is like, you expected something from someone and you were like, um, I wanted this and that from this situation, but it wasn't working exactly like you wanted. So you're like spicing things up or you're changing something. And because of that, I'm getting something about fame, or I'm getting something about like people talking about you, or getting some recognition from others because of this decision. Maybe you are going to uh, if you talked a lot, maybe you're going to start talking less, or only talk with the people who are like very, very important to you. Um, for example, suppose in the past you were like giving attention to everyone, or you were like entertaining everybody, but now you've realized that, okay, I don't need to give everyone attention, and I just need to protect my energy, and that is actually working out very good for you in the long run. You see in this card, this person is going in another direction and two people are going in another direction, and it's like um maybe you were wasting time on like procrastination, or like scrolling, or trying to be available to certain people, but now you have realized that you have to focus on your work, or you have to focus on your goals because they're more important for you, rather than pleasing other people around you, or rather than giving time to certain situations that do not serve you. And when it was saying, like, it was saying smart choices that bring rewards, so you're like making a choice, right? Whether I would go and spend 5 hours with some people and not feel fulfilled after that, or whether I should just give them 1 hour and focus the rest of the 4 hours for my work. So you're like kind of prioritizing yourself and your work. I'm seeing mainly it's about work or career kind of situation is coming over here. Another thing that I was picking up here, that this card, This Five of Swords was saying like walk away from dishonest associations. So it was like, I'm just gonna give my time to the real people, and I'm just gonna spend my time with the people who actually care about me and who love me. And even if I have to, like, in business settings or in places where there is just, talk about work and there is no emotion involved, you're just going to stay very calm and grounded and to the point. You're going to stay to the point. Interesting. At first it might feel like, that I wanted to express myself, or I wanted to connect with these people, but I feel like it wouldn't be worth it, or I feel like that I have to, for the time being, I have to keep my feelings towards myself. For the time being, I have to rely only on myself, and maybe other people are not in the position of giving me the things that I want to take, right? Let's see any angel message coming here. Okay, bountiful nature. This angel is watering this garden in this card and making these flowers grow. It's kind of talking about nourishment and talking about self care and working on yourself. I want to read it out, then I'll start speaking about it. It says spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance. Go outside and enjoy a walk or hike with your pet. Meditate beneath a tree garden, sit under the stars, or do some other activities to connect with the limitless vastness. Um, this is so beautiful. Like, okay, I want to say it. When you're like so busy with work, but even if you start giving just 1 hour to yourself every day, just 1 hour, you things will change drastically in a month. Like, suppose you're just busy with work and you're working all the time, or maybe you're scrolling all the time, and it's like work, then scrolling on the internet, and then like watching a drama, then work, something like that. But if you just give 20 minutes to yourself for like a walk, or like exercising for just 20 minutes and 10 minutes for skincare, in a month you'll start seeing visible changes in your body, visible changes in your mind. I was also like getting the message about self-help podcasts or self-help books, like, start reading certain material or certain books that are like going to actually increase your knowledge and change your personality to a bit. Like, this was coming up, so I just said it, although it wasn't present in the card. The card is talking about, like, going out in nature, spending time with trees and plants and animals, looking at sparrows and enjoying the view of nature, going out of that urban setting. And I'm like, with that, I'm also seeing that you would be traveling in a few days as well, or you would be planning to go. For some of you, you could be planning to go out of city or maybe abroad. Like, it totally depends on you. Then we have seven vows of poverty. Dear one, there is no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self denial that you may have made, consciously or unconsciously, in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. So, this is talking about the law of attraction. This is saying that if you start believing in what you want in your life, things will start working out for you. Like, if you're having certain money problems or success, career related problem, or even love problems, like any sort, although it is specifically talking about money over here, but I'm just gonna keep it general. Like, if you're having any sort of problems and you're feeling confused and you're like, what should I do? I'm lost, I don't understand the situation. If anything is like that, this card is talking about, like, believing in yourself, like the way you start manifesting and like praying from your heart, praying with the purity inside of you, that you would get that clarity. And believe me, you will get that clarity. There was also this message coming here about like clearing your mind, clearing your heart, and meditating, getting some time for yourself alone. I was getting this energy that in order to fly, you need to believe in yourself that you can fly. Right. And if you want to be that next billionaire or millionaire in your family, and if you want to be that next person who's like very successful in their lives, the first thing is self belief. The first thing is actually seeing yourself as that person, looking into the future and visualizing yourself as that person. Right. So, sever vows of poverty was like, um, somewhere like subconsciously or consciously there could be a belief system that maybe things are very difficult or maybe I cannot do it, and there is this advice being like given to you that whatever you feel or whenever you get the idea that you cannot do a certain thing or you start losing hope, correct yourself at once and stop that negative thinking. That was coming up over here. Interesting, actually. Very interesting. um and in order to manifest that future and in order to manifest that reality, you need to go in a place where you're like in nature or away from the hustle and bustle of life. You need some solitude and some peace time. When I got that five of winter, I was getting this energy of the hermit, or I was getting this energy that, you know, uh, temporarily isolating yourself or temporarily getting a time off from society and focusing on yourself, focusing on what you want from life instead of trying to be actively present in other people's lives. Like that kind of an energy was coming over here from these cards. Interesting. Interesting and beautiful. I was like also getting this energy of like, that person that like doesn't talk to other people and keeps on studying their books. Somebody who's like always reading and learning, and that sort of an energy was coming over here. Let's see any other messages that want to come over here. And then we have awareness. It says, live in the moment, be conscious of your thoughts, look for signs and guidance. Okay. So live in the moment, be conscious of your thoughts, look for signs and guidance. I am getting this thing about going within, looking inside of you, reflection. I was also getting these messages about like if you would start journaling your life, your daily progress, whatever you're doing, how you're spending your life, in a week or so, you would see a drastic change and mental clarity in you. We also have this card of growth. Right, it says seek out a mentor or guide, take baby steps as you grow, be willing to learn from others. And with this growth, it's like, the person who keeps on growing, the person who keeps on learning will always be successful. And the person who just says that, they know everything and they don't need to learn anything anymore, uh, when you say such things, it leads to an imbalance. So a person should always be eager to grow and learn, even in their specific field. Or, with growth, there is this point of awareness. Like, if you don't understand anything, it's totally fine. Not everybody understands everything, not everybody is an expert on everything, but you can learn, but you can grow. When there are these, like, I usually give this example when these two cards come over here, that uh, when there are these old people, or like, people who are like not good with technology, or like our parents generations, usually they're not good with technology, they're not good with the internet or stuff like that, and that is why they get scammed a lot, the elder generation. But the thing here is that you guys have to learn so that you can protect yourself even better. It was saying like take baby steps as you go, and be willing um, to learn from others. And it's I am seeing that, I don't know, maybe you're learning a certain skill or a certain language. I was also seeing this energy that you're like trying your best to fight any negative thinking. In the next few days, you might spiral into negative thinking. But after that, I am seeing that you are telling yourself to get out of it, telling yourself um, that you see the light at the end of the tunnel, that there is a lot of hope for you. Like the next 2 3 days are going to be stagnant, but after that, I'm seeing that for you there is hope, there is a new direction, and there is a new opportunity. And you're like actively telling yourself to think positively. You're like telling yourself that, I'm not going to think anything negatively, because I would be lucky. I'm seeing that you would be somebody would come and praise you. Hi there. Hmm. Somebody is actually praising you and telling you that you're talented. And I think that that compliment was very important. That compliment would be very important to um, motivate you, to make you feel wanted and seen. I'm seeing that you're like already, yeah, I'm really happy that you're here as well. Someone is giving you a compliment, and I feel like that was the kickstart in your movement forward. There are these ideas, there are these train of thoughts, these new messages coming in your head. For some of you, I'm seeing that you would be seeing a dream. You would be having a dream, and there would be a message in that dream. And when you will wake up, you will actually I was getting this energy that um, you have to learn to be happy, and you need to, at times when you cannot feel positive, at that time you need to sit with yourself and convince yourself to be positive. Because when I say that you're going to be positive all the time, 100% of the time, even you would know that I would be lying at that point. I'm seeing that you're like kind of forcing yourself to be positive, and it works. Fake it till you make it, kind of a thing. We also have the chariot, and maybe you are going out and meeting your family or meeting your friends, meeting somebody who is like very close to you. I was now is the time to enjoy, now is the time to have fun. Like I was getting these downloads that this is the time to have fun, this is the lucky time. And you might feel down, You might feel a little bit low at this point, but believe me, like once you put your head into it, things would be like very joyful. Hmm. We have the Queen of Wands, creativity and passion and new ways of doing something, a new strategy, a new plan, and big old confidence. This card, I think I really love the Queen of Wands card. The Queen of Wands card is like being that confident person who loves to take risks, calculated risks, and the person who becomes successful because of those risks. I feel like you're getting this message that even if you suppose you cannot figure everything out, try taking a risk at this point. We have this three of swords over here, and I was getting this thing in my head that maybe something happened or some loss happened, and because of that it's like very difficult to initiate other things. It's very difficult at times to be hopeful. But I was seeing that, if you keep on being stagnant, that is going to be more harmful. I was getting this energy that you need to take risks, and if you're not sure about a certain situation or a certain thing that you're going to do, still do it. It would be better than doing nothing. It would be better than just staying at the place where you are at. Enjoy the process rather than enjoying the destination. We here, and if my darling, if my people here, if you actually take a risk in your life, I feel like it's going to be very rewarding. You're like, why? And I'm seeing that in the future, and you're like, should I do this or not? Should I take this step or not? And like, you're taking this step and you find it very interesting and intriguing. The next full moon, the next full moon is going to be the start of something very brilliant. Now, this is a timeless reading, but whenever you will be watching this reading, from that time onward to a new moon, oh, sorry, a full moon, when you encounter the next full moon, you'll see that a new light has entered into your life. I am seeing that, the person who tries their best can either win or lose, but the person who doesn't try at all will never win, will never get the chance to win. So there was this thing that keep on standing up, like even if you feel like you'll fall down, keep on standing up even after you have fallen down. Get back up again, face the fears, face yourself in the mirror. Like that was coming up. I benefit with gratitude, and I feel like somewhere deep inside you might be underestimating yourself, but know that you have a lot of potential and you have done a lot. I don't know why some people here are minimizing themselves or they're telling themselves that they didn't do much. But I see that you've done a lot. I see that you have accomplished a lot. I embrace the all, and with focus on your positive aspects as well. Focus on your, on the whole of you, not only one part of yourself. I was like getting this message about, like, you need to look at the bigger picture. You need to see everything and like take things in context rather than just seeing them at face value. Be grateful for what you have already, and be even grateful with yourself about what you have done in your life, about the good decisions that you have made in your life. I was like getting this thing that you need to thank yourself more, or you need to appreciate yourself more, and you need to look at yourself in a very positive light. And you need to, like, I was getting this energy that you're standing in front of the mirror, and instead of seeing your flaws, you're seeing that, these parts of my face or my body are beautiful. Like, when you are like, hi there. Thank you. When you're like standing in front of the mirror, I know like many of us, we see that okay, there is this flaw on our face. But there is this message of see the beautiful aspects of yourself. See where you are beautiful, and see what good things that you have done. Because I feel like that you have done many good things in your life, but as every human, obviously, every human has these good sides and bad sides, right? But sometimes we tend to focus on the bad aspects, and you're being advised not to do that, right? And you're more than what you think about yourself. I was getting this message, and I was like also seeing this written on some wall, smile more please. Like, I was getting that. So smile, move those cheek muscles. There is a lot of emphasis on color as I'm shuffling some deck, that I see that you're being advised to wear colorful clothing. When you're dressed all colorfully, it boosts your mood. It makes you feel like you are feeling better. Then we have white Tara, sensitivity. You are becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships. Avoid harsh environments, situations, chemicals, and relationships. So, I am seeing that you're being advised to avoid certain situations that make you feel bad, or avoid certain people that drain your energy. If you want to stay positive, if you want to stay happy in your life and uplifted and motivated in life, try to stay around motivated people, try to stay around people who are actively participating in their lives. So if you are in a relationship that makes you feel like um, that you don't understand a certain someone, then you need to see, why am I not clear about a certain situation? Then we have compassion. Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. And as I was mentioning, that everybody has their good side and everybody has their bad side, and we need to understand that maybe a person who doesn't want to talk directly never got the opportunity to talk directly, or maybe the people around them while growing up did not give them attention, so they just tried internalizing their emotions. Or maybe a person who talks a lot, uh, it is their way of coping. So I was like seeing this, that you need to see that many people in this world are different from each other because they have had different upbringings or different situations while growing up, and you need to have an open heart. But with this, like, there was this sensitivity card with this compassion card. It was like, yes, you can understand a person who is different from you, but if a certain person is kind of doing harm to you, whether consciously or subconsciously, you have to understand that you don't have to tolerate someone's behavior towards you because you understand why they behaved a certain way. I hope you're getting my point. Like, if somebody is doing something that is like kind of annoying you, you can understand that, okay, maybe they have like different thing in their mind, but you don't need to subject yourself to their behavior just because you're like understanding of that person. Like, I hope you would get my point. I have at last I see the light. This is a sign where you're finding your direction or you're finding your people. We have lonely hair as well, and with these like teardrops over here. It's like maybe the path you're looking for or the direction that you're looking for, maybe you'll get its answer when you're like alone and when you're not asking for help from other people. I was getting this energy that you need to go within to find certain answers. We have time, maybe you have a lot of time. Maybe you think that you don't have that much time, but I feel like you have a lot of time. And I was like getting this energy that ask yourself, ask your higher self, ask your inner critic. Maybe you have the answers for yourself, that why you're behaving a certain way, that why do you want certain things, that what do you want in life. I feel like only you have the answer for that. We have time, and then we have, oh, I just can't wait. Maybe, I was getting this energy that maybe you feel like, time is running out, or maybe you have a limited time. But I feel like time is very relative, okay? We are taught, like, when the clock says tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, that, you have this limited amount of time. But I feel like, I don't know, like, if you have noticed, you can tell me. Sometimes you might notice that time is not passing by, and you're like annoyed that why isn't time going away, and sometimes you're like, oh, I didn't even know that 3 hours passed by. So I feel like time can be relative. So you have a lot of time. We have, I now know the truth. And as I was getting that, you're guiding yourself. At first, maybe you were waiting for some teacher, or you were waiting for a sign from the universe. I feel like this is your sign because we have purple is a very high frequency of color, highest frequency, like in the visible range. And I think that this reading is a sign for you that you have to go within and you have to look for answers from yourself. And earlier we had this card about like Netflix, that you could be watching certain documentaries, or you would watch certain movie or certain series where you would, like, some character might inspire you and it will give you directions. And and when I mentioned, like, you have to go within, I feel like some outer person or someone around you might not have that answer for you, the answer that you're looking for. Maybe you know the truth better. Right, then we have this five of swords, and five of swords is like repeating over here. We had another five of swords in the back, and um this person is snatching these candies from these people. Like, at the beginning of this card, all these three people had one candy to themselves. Each of them had one candy. But then this one greedy person came, and this greedy person snatched the candies from the other two people, and they're like sad, and they're like just going on their way because they feel like they got lost. So somebody around you might be a little bit greedy, or maybe you could be feeling some things that, I want to have this as well, or I want to have that as well. Take it to your situation. But in both of these circumstances, there is this thing that take only the thing that you need. Take only that amount which you need to quench yourself. The excess of everything is bad. Moderation is the key for you. We have the Two of Swords. It could be like, one option doesn't make me fulfilled, and the other option makes me feel fulfilled, but I would have to sacrifice certain part about myself. Like, it is talking about that kind of an energy. But if you see closely, this person is wearing a VR headset. In the traditional tarot, this person has a blindfold over their head, but in this card, it's like this person is wearing a VR headset, and I'm seeing that uh, maybe the situation isn't what it seems. Maybe you need to look at the bigger picture, or a different, or see the situation from a different aspect. We have the King of Cups over here. Nothing. Okay, it is also again talking about a movie. We had the VR set over here. We also had the Netflix card, and now we have this popcorn and cola card over here. And it's like, um, can you imagine your life or even human experience as a dream? Like, it's a long dream, and in that dream, everything is fleeting. I don't know why I was like, when I pulled out this card, I was getting attracted to that fleeting life dream, prajna. There is this concept in Buddhism, I think, that things are an illusion, or in modern language, I can explain it like we are living in a matrix, or we are living in a simulation. And it was saying that, even the harsh aspects of life, I think you should take them too seriously. Something like that. If you are here and you're like, no, interested in this message, you can go and Google up the word prajna, bure fusheng, or like fleeting life dream. And even when this person is wearing a VR headset, it's like what they're seeing is an illusion. Maybe something that you're seeing is not that real. Maybe. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and it's like this game where you're like throwing darts, and it depends on your luck whether you hit this bull's eye. Why is it talking about the law of attraction again and again? Or it's talking about the ability to manifest your reality. Um, I was getting this message that, if you are not satisfied with your current reality, you can change that. And it's in your control to change that. I was also getting that. If you want to search quantum physics and the law of attraction, you can Google them up. I think that would be a very good way about learning about these things. At times, I'm not even surprised. I feel like you have the power to shift the dynamic in your favor. I am also like getting this message that I didn't expect that it would work out for me. I feel like maybe some of you would start meditating or would start manifesting, or um, I'm also hearing like listen to subliminals, or okay, I was getting this energy. And I'm seeing that, after 2-3 months, you're like realizing that, oh, I actually created a huge change in myself. We have the time to breathe out. This card talks about lowering your cortisol levels, like the way I see it, like slow weighted exercises, like slow paced exercises with weight training and walking mostly, lowering your cortisol levels, meditating, taking time to breathe out, skipping that caffeine and going to the green tea. Like, I don't know why I'm being reminded of these things as I pulled out these cards. I feel like before making a very major decision, before doing something life changing which you're going to do, like it was coming up, but before that, I feel like you need a sort of a vacation type thingy or some time off from everything. Then we have you're very close to achieving your goal. And like, yeah, you're like very close to achieving it, but I feel like you need to rest before you start moving towards this goal. That was coming out very well. Okay, you can go on the internet and see what is cortisol and how can a person lower their cortisol levels. I was hearing puffy face as well, or maybe some of you would want to lower inflammation in your body. Like, if you want to take this message, you can. Totally depends on you. Hmm. Let it all out, let it go. That was coming up. Solitude, my own time, my break time, self love. Like, I was getting these messages. Let's see. This is so cute. Okay, with this justice card, okay, and there is a knife, like somebody is holding a knife against this cat because this cat broke something in the house, or this cat ate something that it should not have eaten. And this card is talking about, like, holding your cravings accountable, or like holding yourself accountable, asking yourself that whatever you're doing, is it actually necessary? Even, like, somebody could want to go on a shopping spree and spend a lot of money, and you're like kind of stopping yourself not to do that. Or maybe some of you would get this craving or this urge to eat loads of candy, and you're kind of stopping yourself. I'm also getting that, you are holding yourself accountable for the hours you're sleeping, or your schedule, or the work you put in your life. I'm seeing that you are, um whenever you're like trying to make a mistake, like it could be like, some of you are like scrolling on the internet and procrastinating, some of you could be eating a lot, or some of you would like go out on a shopping spree and spend some money on things that are not like very very necessary. And I'm seeing that you're holding yourself accountable, and you're like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to only do the things which are like actually beneficial for me. We have this hermit card. It's like, you want to buy that new dress, but you're like just seeing this on the phone because you don't want to spend money on that. Or maybe you just want to order that food item and you're just seeing a mukbang video, and you're like, no, I'm not going to overeat. It's like forcing yourself to do the right thing for yourself, asking yourself that, I have to do this even if I like it or not, because in the long term it would be very beneficial for me. and we have the world. And with the world, I'm seeing this energy about organizing your cupboards, organizing your whole life. I'm seeing that maybe, at first you're like kind of forcing yourself to not overeat or to not undereat, whatever suits you, forcing yourself to take care of yourself and to exercise. But with time, this will become your habit. With time, you will feel like it is coming naturally to you. I feel like you will be surprised by yourself that you're doing things efficiently in the future. Like, you will be surprised by yourself, because in the past, in the present, and in the near future, I'm seeing that you are like working towards being consistent. Right, we have cycles. Yeah, maybe there were these cycles that you were trying to force yourself to work hard, but like after 2 3 days of working hard, you again became lazy, or you again turned into those patterns. And but I'm seeing that in the near future you're going to make a commitment with yourself that I'm not going to repeat these certain patterns, or I'm not going to let this and that happen again. I want to read it out. Everything has its right time. Honor the cycles of your body. Tune into the moon's magic. Okay, I was also getting this energy about the phases of the moon. uh, okay, there are some people who become very active when there is a full moon, and there are some people who become very active when it is a new moon, right? Like, they don't know why, but they've noticed this in their life. Like, I want you to track your life activity with the cycles of the moon. Like, you can, like, open this calendar, like moon calendar, like when is the moon going to be a full moon, and when it is going to be a new moon, and see when are you the most active in your life. You can see, and from that you would be able to predict when you're going to be able to work very hard on certain goals. And you can, like, arrange your life according to the moon cycles as well. Then we have balance. And with balance, I would want, and there was this talk about the moon cycles. This balance part is saying that suppose somebody is like very active on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and on Saturday and Sunday they cannot work. You don't need to, like, those people do not need to push themselves to work. It is okay to have a break regularly, to have these free days, because you want to be in a state of balance. Whenever you're like pushing yourself to work very hard, usually a person crashes out. But when you have this consistency, and when you have these days where you have to work hard, and then you have these days where you get to rest, then you can work long term on your goals. It says, take time to relax, indulge a little more or less, set boundaries with your work. And and for a person like me, like, I'm gonna give you my example. Like, there are some people who are like, working on a Monday, working on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then when Saturday and Sunday are off, they're still like, no, I just have to work. I have to do it. I can do it. Even if you can do it, force yourself to take a break, because you need that break. Even if you feel like, no, I can do this work and I still can work hard. No, no, no. Don't do that. Right? I don't know why I'm laughing, because I'm like that. Okay. What else do we have over here? Okay. I was pulling out this card and I was hear my voice loud and strong. Um, Maybe you have to listen to yourself, or maybe you have to make others listen to you. Okay, usually the Page of Pentacles is like this project or this work in this person's hand, and like they're trying and beginning their work on it, etc. But here I'm seeing that you're showing other people your work. You're like displaying your work to other people. You're showing them that you are in fact very capable. Why are you showing people your work? I want to see why. Because, okay, we have the death card. I feel like this is a new strategy for you, that you're sharing your work, you're sharing your accomplishments. Maybe you're looking for a new audience, or you're looking for genuine appreciation because you actually put a lot of hard work. We have the Two of Cups. Okay, I want to clarify, because before I start speaking about it, can I get a clarifier for the Two of Cups? Okay, I was getting this. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, okay, I just need to stop laughing when I get these messages. But okay, I was like, okay, when I pulled out this card, I was like hearing that you need to listen to my voice and you need to hear me loud and strong. And it was giving this confidence vibe. It was giving that somebody is becoming confident. And with this death card, I was seeing that, you know, you are changing your audience, or you're like attracting very different people around you. With these two cards, it totally changes the picture. It's like somebody is coming to you with an opportunity, and they're like, you know, would you like to do this and that, or like, should I help you with this and that? And you're like, kind of, at first you're skeptical about it, but you're like, okay, let me do it. And it works out so well for you that you your sales are increasing, or like maybe your popularity is increasing. Like, I feel like somebody's help or somebody's opportunity is actually changing and flipping the script for you. I was like, I don't know, like I also talked about it in the previous cards, but I was getting this energy again, and I think I should speak about it again. Somebody predicted about you, like some person that you know, and some people were gossiping in that particular situation, and somebody said in that situation that you would be a failure. Somebody said that earlier. But I feel like these people are going to be so much embarrassed about what they said, because I am seeing that from this Page of Pentacles energy to this Queen of Pentacles energy, that you are like uh, going up the stairs, and you're like, I don't know why I was getting this like increase in money, increase in sales, or increase in the number of clients. Take it however it resonates, but I was seeing like, you know, that more money is coming and more success is coming. And I was also seeing this card about like in a light of like appreciation by people around you. And the gossipers, or the people that were like, you know, kind of bad mouthing you, I am seeing that they would be embarrassed a lot, because somebody might come to them and say to them that, you know, you predicted that they would fail, but they're like succeeding. You're going to shut some people's mouths with your success. You're going to show who's the boss with your success. I just want to see something. What is your success about? Because there is this a lot of talk about like success, more money coming in. This just flew off. Okay, this card just flew off. I was asking like, what is your success about? And I'm seeing fame. Oh my god, I'm seeing public recognition. I am seeing fame, people talking about you, people like in a good way, and people talking like spreading your word somehow, spreading your message somehow. Somebody like in the future, this is I'm seeing, not right now, in the future I'm seeing somebody is telling the other person that, do you know about this person, and they speak like this and that, and you should listen to this person. Like if you have a podcast, it will blow up, or if you have this business, it might blow up. We have this King of Wands. And this fool card, like, I cannot emphasize. I was asking, like, what type of a success are you gonna have, right? I am seeing that the success that you will have will give you fame. It will give you a new light, like it would reinvigorate your soul, and it will give you a lot of confidence. I'm also seeing you in some sort of a managerial or leadership position as well. But more than anything, I was also seeing money, but more than anything, I was seeing fame for you, public recognition. You know, the moon, it shines a light on this person. Red is the most conspicuous color, full of youthfulness and adventure. Like, okay, wow. This is so interesting, to be very honest. Then we have this judgment card. And this judgment card with this sun and with this fool card and the death card underneath it is that you're going to be reborn. I was getting this energy that there's going to be a rebirth theme in you, in your life. Your face is going to change. This is a very specific message. If you want to take it, you can, but if you don't want to, like, totally depends on you. But I'm seeing maybe your face shape is changing, or maybe your jawline is changing somehow. Maybe you're doing some facial exercises, I don't know, okay? But I'm seeing that your facial expressions are changing. Maybe you're becoming more expressive, or your face is becoming more attractive, something particularly about the face. Or maybe you're okay, it could be like that maybe you have learned to do a different type of an eye makeup or a different type of a makeup, and because of that beauty secret or that makeup, your looks are going to change. Then we have this hierophant. Okay, the way I see it is that maybe the people who are more older than you, the people who are more senior than you, they might come to you for some advice, or they might ask for certain directions, or they might recognize that you are more talented than them. Something like that is here. And I was like getting that there is this immense knowledge or immense skill in a particular field, ascension in a particular field, that the people around you or even the seniors around you might have to admit it at some point, that you are actually skilled, or that you are actually worthy. I'm seeing that you are sharing your skills with other people, or you're like, maybe if you are a teacher it can apply to you, but if you're not a teacher, I'm seeing that you're sharing your skills or your knowledge with the people around you. And usually I have seen certain people that when they have a piece of knowledge, they try to gatekeep it. They don't tell other people about it. Or, like, when I was in school and some children had these special notes, they didn't share it with other children. They were like, these are our notes and we're not going to share them with anyone. But I'm not seeing that type of an insecure energy. I'm seeing that you're going to be a very grateful person and a very open minded and an open hearted person. Why am I okay? Just give me a moment. I was like feeling this energy. I need to process it. Hmm. I was like, okay, like there was this energy that even if you're earning certain wealth, you're distributing a part of that wealth to other people. Or if you're like gaining a certain piece of knowledge, you're like giving that knowledge to other people. Okay, but I was also getting that you will not be insecure. You would become a very secure person. There would be less fear in you. I was getting that. Okay, we have this Queen of Cups, and I was like, when I was pulling this card out, I was like seeing that somebody is collecting these memories about you. Or maybe somebody is, it could be you, that you're like sitting with someone and you're like remembering the past and you're laughing about it. You're like remembering the good memories. But I'm also seeing that somebody is like continuously thinking about you and um, keeping these memories as points in their head, that you said this and they said that, and it's like good memories in this person's head. Maybe somebody wants to reach out to you, but I feel like maybe somebody broke things with you, or maybe you broke up with them, in that sort of a dynamic, and that person is like kind of remembering you, and they're like, oh, we had these good times, or maybe you made these certain comments and remarks about them, and they're like kind of remembering. I feel like somebody is regretting about how they treated you. Somebody is kind of thinking about their mistakes and how they didn't do very much good to you. Somebody's thinking like that. And I feel like this person is thinking about repenting or apologizing, but they try to brush it off as well. This person at times thinks about, like, you should forgive them, or you should, like, maybe you have forgiven them. Like, this person is having like these very weird thoughts and long term thoughts. This person with this King of Cups, this person is thinking that you should give them a new chance, or maybe this person is thinking about like reaching out to you. Okay, this new energy has come like in this reading. Like, this is about a person of the past, but it's like somebody, okay, I was getting this energy that somebody maybe did you dirty, or maybe somebody broke off with you, or maybe they betrayed you, something like that. Now they're regretting, but they're also somewhat thinking that um they shouldn't feel too much sorry about the situation. This person is running away from their emotions, and I don't know, I okay, this is my estimation. Take it if it resonates, right? But the message here is that maybe you were a very forgiving person, or maybe you were a person who overlooked many flaws of this person. Maybe you're a person who ignores a lot, and because of that, person kind of started taking you for granted somewhere in their heart, but now they kind of regret it. My god, how many page cards are we gonna get? I feel like this person wants to send you a message. Maybe you have blocked them, or maybe they have blocked you, but they want to send you a message, or maybe they want to ask about you, like, how are you doing? Where are you at life? Do you miss me? Something like that, right? Um, they want to tell you a secret as well, like this was coming up. Some secret or something that they hid for you for a very long time. I want to ask it. What secret were they hiding from you? Can we get to know about the secret that this person was hiding? Any clue, anything about that? Thank you. Okay, maybe this person, maybe you were getting an opportunity, or you were getting some appreciation from the people around you, and this person got jealous about that. I don't understand. Okay, here this person is saying that they love you and they understand that they treated you badly, but here when I pulled out this card, that what secret are they hiding? I feel like there is this energy that they always knew that you were like very talented. They always knew that you had potential. Maybe somebody came to them and somebody was like saying good things about you, and they shut that person off. Maybe this person just wanted you to themselves and they didn't want anyone else to appreciate you. It's kind of giving a little bit toxic vibes to me. uh, this person wanted you all to themselves. And this was like so foolish of them. Like they kind of realized that, you cannot like cage a person. If you like a person, you have to give them the choice to like you back. You don't have to force them to like you, or you don't have to force them to um obey you in somewhat way. This person that is missing you, maybe this person had a very controlling tendency, that they wanted to control your life in some way or give you orders in some way, but you obviously you didn't like that. This person is now regretting that, like, maybe I was controlling, maybe I just wanted things my way. Here in this image as well, this woman is trying to control this lion, but the thing is that lion is the king of the jungle. The lion is a free animal, and if you cage a lion, it doesn't remain a lion. Like, it doesn't have that fierceness in it anymore. So maybe you needed certain freedoms, or maybe you needed to live life at your own choice, and this person was not respecting that, and because of that this person ruined the relationship themselves. I don't know, maybe you are feeling backstabbed by this person, or they're feeling hurt. This feeling could be mutual. Maybe you both are hurting on the inside, but I feel like um, this person had very different expectations from you, but you were a totally different person. They wanted you to act a certain way, but you were not never built like that. Like, just imagine telling a penguin that it has to fly because it's a bird, and not accepting that the penguin is built and created for swimming, right? Just imagine punishing an ostrich for not flying because it's a bird, and ignoring the aspect that it can run very well. Like, I'm getting this energy that this person wanted very different things from you, but you were a totally different person, and that hurt you both in the process. They're hurting because they feel like maybe I was the villain. Like, this is how they're feeling. Or maybe I was the one who was like being controlling. And I'm also and somebody is reflecting on what earlier. I'm also hearing this term like, I used to be so dumb, or I used to be so stupid. I should not have done that. I should have accepted that the other person was like different from the beginning. The other person was built differently. I don't know why I'm having a metallic taste in my mouth. I don't know why. As I was like, suddenly I just felt that. Maybe there could be a bittersweet ending to this relationship, or maybe there is this bitterness in this relationship. I don't know, but I literally had this bitter feeling in my mouth. And we have, I communicate with compassion. Okay, only if there was like authentic communication in this relationship. Only if both of the parties were honest. Maybe one party was like trying to communicate and the other party was not listening. There was this constant focus about, just listen to me, just listen to me. It wasn't a mutual thing going on. I don't know why, when I was looking at this card, I saw it that they are the tears of this woman. Maybe somebody shed a lot of tears in this relationship with this person. There were a lot of tears, or maybe somebody cried a lot. My God, and we have I honor virtue. Okay, I'm going to connect these cards together because I feel like this is important, right? I feel like maybe the person who is missing you, your values didn't align, and there was a split in the relationship because of certain values or certain morals. It could be a different caste relationship, or a different religion relationship, or maybe there could be things about belief systems that were kind of hindering the union. It's like, two people who wanted to be together, but they couldn't be because of the circumstances around them. Okay, I'm also seeing that, maybe you or maybe that person, take it however it resonates. Somebody here is like trying to justify whatever happened, and it's okay. There is a lot of sleepless nights, and there is a lot of thinking or dreaming about the other person, especially at night. uh there is a saying about, a rose has its thorns, and it's like very true that, roses are very beautiful, but you have to be careful about the thorns. Otherwise they might prick you and you might get hurt. There was like, I don't know why I'm remembering that, but I need to share that incident. There was a girl that I knew, and she fell in love with a boy, and that boy was like very handsome. That boy was like very beautiful, right? And she really loved him, and they had a relationship together. But when it came to marriage, that person just backtracked, and that person uh, became somebody else. And I remember that girl saying that, don't fall for faces, don't fall for beauty, because sometimes a person could be so beautiful and they could be so attractive, but they would not be the correct person for you. Or sometimes you just desperately want to stay with somebody else, with somebody you desperately want to stay with somebody, but you just cannot because it wasn't written for you. It's talking about fate as well. Maybe you were not destined to be with that person. Maybe it wasn't written for you. And you have to accept that. This is the energy that is coming, right? If it resonates with you, you can take this message, like totally your choice. There's a lot of dreaming about each other or continuous thinking about each other. Let's see. We have sacred space. I was like, this person thinks about you whenever they're free. I was getting this message from this card. And this person, I was also getting this message that whenever they're praying, or whenever they are alone, or maybe whenever they're meditating or something like that, praying, they at times think about you. They think that, how things could have been, or something like that. Then we have green Tara, start delegating. My god. Okay. And I was getting this energy that it could be your ex, right? It could be anyone. It could be a friend even who left you. But there is this thing that, I had to leave. Or maybe they had to leave. Somebody is justifying the other person's departure. That, this had to end. I wish them peace. And I wish them betterment. I am not getting like somebody is bashing you. I'm not getting that energy. We have focused intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. Okay, so there is this advice that, we all know, like, that you went through a very bitter ending, or maybe something didn't happen according to your plan, but you need to move on. This was coming up over here. And from moving on, it doesn't mean that you like totally forget about the situation. It's not like that. It means that, you accept that, okay, this and that happened, and it's okay. And actually it was sad, but I have to focus on other aspects of my life as well, and I have to start living, and I have to be happy again, and I need to um, move in a different direction. That is called moving on. Um you need to start living your life. You need to start thinking that this was a previous chapter of your life and that chapter has ended and it is now time for a new chapter. We have this moon card. Yes, occasionally you can remember whatever happened, but then you have to understand that it's time to move on and it's time to go in a different direction. Oh my god, okay. The cards almost fell out of my hands. We have what do you need to release? And as I was talking about like moving on, as I was saying that you need to start a new chapter of your life. You cannot be stuck in the previous chapters. I know it's easier to say this than to experience it, but you have to release the past in order to move forward. Then we have meditate and contemplate. I feel like you need to, in there is a practice in meditation. There is a specific type of meditation where you just sit down in solitude and you do not think about anything. Although the next word here says contemplate, but I'm going to tell you a trick. Go to your room or any place, and you can ask the people around you not to disturb you or not to knock on the door. Just sit down, put a timer on your phone or like even on a stopwatch for like 15 minutes. Turn it on and just sit there. Do not think about anything. Even if some thought of the past comes out or even a present worry comes in your brain, try your best not to think about anything until the alarm turns on. And after that, you can, resume with your day and start doing the things that you regularly do. But if you start doing it daily, just 15 minutes a day, you will see movement in yourself. You would see that you have gained some mastery over your emotions in the long run. Then we have achieve with integrity. Achieve with integrity. It's like there is this light source in this image, and everybody is like taking benefit or like absorbing the energy of this light source. And I was like, okay, I don't know why I was getting this message about fame or this message about public recognition for you guys. And when I saw this card as I was pulling it, I saw that this sun is you and other people are taking benefit from you, like in a good way. I was seeing that maybe you would be sharing your experience with others, and by sharing what you went through, and this is, I'm seeing this in the future, like 4 years from now. Like if you want to take this message, it totally depends on you. So you're like getting this crowd around you and you're telling your story to people and they're getting inspired by you. This was the energy that I was seeing. And coincidentally, we have this card, I give blessings, and it's like you are helping some other person in the future who is going through the same situation that you went through. You are inspiring others. I was also getting this message about like you could become a role model for other people in the future. I was also hearing philanthropy or teaching. Maybe you could become a teacher, or maybe you could give some life coaching or some teaching to other people. Take it however it resonates. Then we have this card about Eight of Springs, although these are dandelions that are glowing here, but usually the Eight of Springs can be demonstrated by fireworks. So I was, it says stress that comes from having many things at once, successful multitasking, sudden so it's like I am seeing that you would bury yourself in a lot of work in the upcoming few months, and you would be very happy about it because super feeling very and you would be able to focus more on yourself. And why would you be able to do that? Let me remind you. Earlier we had this card about meditating. It was like underneath here. You would learn to but it will take 4 months. 4 months was coming over here. um, After 4 months I'm seeing that you would be in a position where you'd like working on the particular things that you're doing. We have the principle determined, focused, okay, and impulsive. As I was saying, that you would be focused, you would be able to control your emotions. I'd say the need to act quickly and decisively, sudden or unexpected changes. That is like you see this and I think, yeah, and they're like on this adventure. I feel like your life will become so adventurous and so interesting in a few months that you would even be enjoying the hectic parts of your life. This is what I'm seeing for you in the next 4 months or so. It could be 5 months, but this is what I'm seeing, right? Easier to express your emotions, easier, it will be easier for you to understand your own emotions. It will become easier for you to intellectualize your emotions, or to that person is going to understand you. I was that this person understands me and truly accepts me for who I am. Like I was getting this message. Let's see. Okay, we have these two cards. We have unlimited ideas. So you're having these ideas and you have these different projects mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is to take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. That, it would feel like you are being given the once you start working on the ideas that you're getting, things might become easy for you. We have courage to ask for and accept help. Okay, we have asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you're guided. So you're being asked to pray actually. Whatever your religion is, even if you're a Christian, a Muslim, a Hindu, a Jew, whoever you pray to, the message here is that ask your God for help, for guidance, and for ideas. Like there is this mention about that God is putting these ideas in your head. And when you follow these ideas, then you're becoming like very successful. And there are like very different forms of prayer as well. Even meditation is a form of prayer, manifestation is a form of prayer. And people go to churches, mosques, gurdwaras, and mandirs, and people sometimes make um, a religious place in their house as well, a prayer place in their house as well. You can even do that. Like it totally depends on you, right? And if you don't want to pray, like totally depends on you. If you don't want to pray, I feel like you can manifest, right? However, it is comfortable for you. Then we have communication is the key. And I was getting a message from this, like from communication is the key, is like talk to God, talk to your inner self as well. I feel like you need to talk. Or I was also getting this energy about journaling, about writing down your thoughts, organizing your thoughts, and asking yourself what you're thinking about particular situations in your life. We have you are good enough. And and this is like, a Virgo card, and it's like you are good enough, and it says that even if you're not, it's fine. Even if you're not perfect, it's okay, right? It's okay if you're not perfect, but keep on doing it. So let's I just want to take a few seconds to myself. I when I was channeling this reading, there were like many messages that came, and like it was like different messages all amalgamated here. And what I got from that is that you're being asked to believe in yourself overall. This is what I got from this reading. And there was another message that see yourself in a positive light, right? So, and it ended with you are good enough. So, okay, let's end this reading. I am so happy and so glad that anybody who was here, even for a moment, really happy to have you here. Anybody who stuck with me over here, love you guys. Okay, bye bye. Take care.